How much will my divorce cost me? Hi, I'm Bill Farias, founder of Farias Family Law. This is another very popular question. People are going into and what can sometimes be an emotionally driven process. There's a lot of change, and so they want certainty. And it's very helpful to know about how much your divorce is going to cost. The best way to think about this is to understand that any reputable attorney is going to tell you that the price of your divorce depends on a number of factors. Specifically, it's going to depend on the amount of time and work involved in resolving it, right? Which is obvious. But to break it down further, think of it this way. The more efficient the process is and the faster everyone can get the parties in agreement on all of the major issues, then the faster the case is going to be resolved and the less it's going to cost. On the other end, the more complex the issues, the longer it takes to resolve the case, the more work it takes to resolve the case, then the longer the case is going to take, the more it's going to cost, and everything in between. So how much your specific case is going to cost really depends on what your goals are and how long and what amount of work it's going to take to get you there. So this might sound like a lack of certainty and a lot of unpredictability. However, what you can do to counter this is to make sure that when you're working with an attorney on a divorce, you are doing an ongoing cost-benefit analysis to make sure you're getting a good return on investment, right? Because the way you have to look at this is a major change. In a lot of these cases, there are serious issues that need to be resolved, whether it's time with kids or money, right? Making sure that you have a firm foundation for this next phase of your life financially. So think of it as investing in those issues, right? So in a lot of cases, it's just money, but for people that have kids, that's also a very important issue, usually the most important issue. So what you want to do is you want to use a tool that's going to help you optimize your return on investment, right? Because sometimes it's worth spending the extra money on a divorce case. Sometimes it isn't. And so what I encourage you to do is I encourage you to, if the firm you're working with doesn't use this tool, then you can initiate it yourself. And you can do that by just simply asking questions, right? And the way that it works is when there is a significant issue in your case, you want to make sure that you have a conversation with the attorney about the importance of the issue, right? So this is about really being clear on your goals and what's most important to you, understanding that in most cases, you're not going to get everything you want. To get the case resolved efficiently, there's got to be some flexibility, some compromise on both sides. So being clear on what you want, what is the goal, how important is this issue? What are the odds that we will prevail on this issue if we are in front of a judge or a mediator, right? So if you go before a third party and you air this out, what are the chances that that person is going to agree with you? And the better the chances, the more leverage you have and the more sense it makes to pursue it. So we have how important is the issue? What are the chances of winning if you pursue this issue? And your attorney should be able to give you an idea. I mean, probably not by exact percentages, obviously, but your attorney should at the very least be able to give you an idea of whether there is a realistic possibility or a probability of prevailing on that issue. And finally, what is it going to cost? Okay, so you have to add this part to the analysis because it's important, right? So certain things may be worth pursuing, but it depends on the cost. And so you want to have these conversations with the attorney about what it's going to cost, not only financially in terms of the money you are paying the attorney, but also remember that there are other costs involved, mainly your time and your energy. So ask your attorney about the costs financially that you will incur if you pursue this particular issue. And the attorney might not be able to give you exact numbers, but you should have at least an idea. And then you also want to ask about the process and what it involves, because that'll give you an idea of how much energy you have to put into this. And one thing you never get back is you never get back time and wasted energy. So you want to make sure that you do that calculation. How much should you spend? It really depends on your specific circumstances and your goals, but make sure you do this ongoing cost-benefit analysis. How important is this issue? What are the prospects of prevailing on this issue? And what is it going to cost financially and in terms of the time and energy you have to put in to this particular issue? And that will help you make smart decisions every step of the way and help optimize your chances of getting a good return on your investment. If you have any other questions, you can call us 508-675-0464. Email us at info@fariasfamilylaw.com. If you found this video helpful, you can share it with anyone you think might benefit from it, and you can find us on social at Farias Family Law. Thank you. Have a good day.